Introduction.
Wait, what?
You're live.
Oh, snap. I didn't even know I was live. My bad. Mind you, I was not ready for this. But well, thank you everybody for coming out. So pretty much, we're just going to cover the mastering, the basics of Vemma. And I will say this first and foremost. It is extremely, extremely easy to do this with understand this business. But it's hard to stay with it if you're not motivated. So we're gonna move to the basics. We're gonna move to the basics and the four basic principles for success in Vemma. That goes back. So number 1, recruit. Number 2, educate. Number 3, motivate. Glass of water. Number 4, duplicate. Thank you. These core concepts are the key to the vault. If you're able to master these 4 concepts and apply them directly to your Vemma business, you will be wildly successful. You need to first recruit people to listen about the products or the opportunity. Once they become involved, you need to educate them on the business. It's a key thing. You have to educate people. You have to educate people. All right? You need to motivate them to take all-out massive action and then teach them how to duplicate the system over and over to their newest affiliates. Okay? So now we're going to break down each individual principle so that you get a little bit a better understanding of what it is. So first, obviously, recruitment. Now, recruitment actually has 3 basic principles within its own. The recruiting process, okay? As you see to the top left, invite, expose, close. It's just a circle. That's all you need to do with recruiting. Invite, expose, close. You create all momentum in your business. Recruiting is so simple in just 3 steps. Invite someone to hear about the right way, expose them with credibility, follow up, and close. Anyone can master these steps and become a great recruiter in this business. All right, Jim Rohn's words, don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. That's something I live with. All right, so realize these steps are very simple, but if you miss one, you will lose that person. Okay. Follow up. I had a very very hard time with following up. And I'm finally getting better at it. So realize that follow up is very serious when it comes to your close. If you do not follow up, you will not be able to close, and you will lose somebody who could potentially blow your business and be like the next Alex Moore, the next Brad Alcazar, the next Joe Smith, whoever. Moving on, the invite process. Right. The invite process. Step 1, you will make a list. Write down 50 to 500 people who you think could be really good at this or could possibly, positively affect their lives. Once you have that list, separate them into 2 categories. People that you would like as a business, people who would like this as a business, and those who need our product health-wise. Don't prejudge anyone. I will say that again. Don't prejudge anyone. You never know who needs this in their life. This business is people helping people. All right. Once you understand that, the wheels. I mean, obviously, it's gonna take off. But literally, you do not want to prejudge people. A little story about that. One of my good friends prejudged him to the max. Didn't talk to him about it. And then one day, he kind of came at me. I showed him the business, and now look at it. He's one of my leaders. So do not prejudge anyone. Same situation with me and James. James didn't talk to me about this for 2 weeks. Imagine if he would have told me the first day he got in. We could have really got to, rocking and rolling from the jump. So next thing, step 2, reaching out. Start inviting people from your list to hear about the opportunity. The key is not to say too much in the beginning. What I will say to that is be the preview, not the movie. Be the preview, not the movie. If you tell somebody the end of the movie, they're not going to want to go see the movie. So don't do that. Be the preview. Your job is to get them interested in hearing about it. Your job in the beginning is not to present the opportunity. Just invite them to hear about it from someone with more credibility. Disregard the typo. Think of the person who got you so excited. Give your friends a chance to hear about it from the same person who got you excited. I'm looking at him right now. So, moving on within the invite process. 3 different types of invite. So, you can lead with the products, lead with the why, or traditional 4-step invite. These invites are simply to get your prospect in front of credibility. You can lead with our amazing line of health and wellness products. You can lead with the why, like why you're talking to them. Or you can lead with the 4 traditional step invite, how to get them up to an event. So, breaking down, oh, snap, cool. All right, breaking down number 1, lead with the product. Give them a verb. Let them try the product. Ask them if they like it. If they like it, ask them if they would like to drink it for free. If yes, you will use one of the best things that I heard from Eric Worre. If I, would you? If I sent you a video or a website, would you check it out? It is that simple when you're leading with the product, okay? Moving next to lead with the why. Leading with the why. I was looking for a way to insert the why, and I finally found it. I'm excited, and I want you to hear about it. When are you free? Here's an example of the why. Travel, retire your parents, make money, health, have time, freedom, etc. So, for instance, I'll just throw one out there. I was looking for a way to make more money, and I finally found it. I'm excited, and I wanted you to hear about it. When are you free? It is very simple, straight to the point, and your friend is going to at least want to hear you out. And then the reason why you're excited for the business. Finally on that. So, moving on. Traditional 4-step invite. The traditional 4-step invite is one very simple. I've used it a lot. Clear their schedule. Compliment them. Leverage credibility and get a time commitment. But also, you always have to remember, when inviting, be in a hurry and get direct to the point without saying too much. So I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on this 4-step process. So, clear the schedule. Compliment them. Leverage. Get a time commitment. Example, hey man, what are you doing tomorrow at 9 p.m.? Wait for the answer. Key thing, wait for the answer. Do not talk more than the person who you're talking to. Nothing? Perfect. I need you to come by my house at 9 p.m. If they have something to do that day, then you say, what about the next day at 9 p.m.? All right? So, one thing I will say before I move on. When you're clearing the schedule, know when the next home event is and invite the day before. If you can't, invite that day, but if you're going to invite for that day, make sure you do it in the morning, all right? You are more liable to get that, to get them to actually show up if you invite them in the morning when they first wake up, when they're not angry about the job and all the people that they're with and all that other stuff, okay? But you have to clear the schedule until it's clear. Don't say, hey, I'm having an event at my house at 9 p.m. Do you want to come? Don't say that. Because then they're going to start asking you 6 million questions that you can't answer. You don't want to do that. I promise you, you don't. Okay? So moving on. Compliment them. Compliment your prospect. This goes a long way building rapport. Tell them why they would be good at this and how it could possibly affect their lives. Tell them why you thought of them. You're not putting a list together of the dumbest, most gullible people you know. You put a list together of people you love and respect, and you want them in the business, want to be in business with. So let them know. Let them know you want their opinion. So clear the schedule. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? For instance, we have home events 7:30. What are you doing tomorrow at 7:30? Nothing. Okay, cool. I have something I want to. I wanted to check you. Wanted you to check out. I was sort of putting a list together with 10 of my sharpest friends. You were one of the first people I thought of. Will you come out and check it out? That's just a beginning of how that goes, right? So then you're going to move into the leverage, all right? The key to give them a reason to want to hear about this opportunity from your plan. For example, my friend Richard Bischoff is coming to my house. This guy went from a personal trainer living paycheck to paycheck to now basically retired at 30 years old, making well over 6 figures a year. He's going to show us exactly what he did to build his business, but even faster. I told him all about you, and he's excited to meet you. My friend blank, or for instance, my cousin James Neely, Diamond Leader, got a company paid for a car in 9 days. You have to hear what this guy has to say. Edify your upline. Key thing. That's why it's in bold. Edify your upline. Okay, so moving on to get a time commitment. Getting a time commitment is very important. You want to confirm your time to expose them to the products and opportunity. Can I count on you being there? That's a really good one. It's a really good one. When you throw that question out there, your friends are not trying to let you down. So when I ask if I can count on you to be there, 9 out of 10 they're going to show up just because you asked them that question. So if you invite a friend a week out and he says, "Yeah, I'll be there," call them the day of the event to follow up and make sure that they will be there. Great way is to let them know you only have limited space for the event and you want to make sure they're coming for sure, or you will give their spot to someone else. So not only are you asking, can I count on you to be there? Throw in there, yeah, I only have 3 to 4 seats. I want to make sure that I have one for you. If not, I have to fill your spot with someone else. It's a great way, okay? So the invite, using the phone. The invite using the phone. I don't have Wi-Fi. iPhone, I have a black one, but whatever. Very important. Shows excitement and creates urgency. Realize you can't do this via text. Use your darn phone. This will increase the chance of people showing up to your events. They will hear your excitement and emotion in your voice. You can't hear emotion through text unless you use bold. And half of the time, a lot of females that I know just use bold because they just use bold and they really ain't got a good justifiable answer for it. It's harder to say no over the phone than over a text. Everybody knows this. You text somebody a lot of stuff and they'll say yeah or no. So phone. Remember, the key is this is the key to the vault. Key to the vault. You can't open the vault without a key. Your phone, using your phone to invite is that key. Moving on. Expose. How to present them. Present to them tool, one-on-one meeting, 3-way call with upline, home event. All 4 of these are a form of exposure. Use them. Don't always just use home events. Like one of the things, I'm pretty sure it's on here. I'll probably cover it in a second, but I'll say it now because it's on my mind. Fam bam. From a meeting, book a meeting. These are the 4 types of meetings you can use. Tool, one-on-one meeting, 3-way call with your upline, home event. Okay? So, moving to tool. What is a tool? YouTube video, recorded opportunity call, brochure, DVD, CD, customer catalog or magazine, live conference call, or webinar. Okay?
This is a webinar.
This happens just to be a webinar. So, hey, you're on the tool. Moving on, one-on-one meeting. That's personal meetings. Next exposure during current exposure. Oh, hey, okay, all right. 2-on-1. Also possible. You plus an upline leader meeting with the prospect. We tend to do that a lot. Example, lunch, coffee shop, dinner, etc. Bring a tool with you. Me personally, I like doing 1-on-1s or 2-on-1s at Starbucks with a mojo. Hence, yeah, you see where I went there. Okay, moving on. 3-way call with upline. Skype or Uvu call. Use this. This is very good. Use upline credibility. You're going to explain your why. Your upline is going to explain the company, products, etc. You, why, company, products, upline, close. Those are the 2 ways you can do it. Either you're just going to say your why, your upline is going to cover everything else, or you're going to say your why, the company, the products, and your upline is going to close. Make a clear and conscious decision what you're going to do, okay? You don't want to overstep and talk on top of your upline or vice versa. So you talk with your upline before doing a 3-way call, Uvu call, whatever. So you gotta have a clear understanding of who's covering what, and it's a lot smoother, and there is no lack of trust because you will literally break that if you are talking over each other. So moving to the credibility triangle. You, your friend. I'm gonna change prospect. I don't like calling people prospects anymore. It's your friend. You and your friend, y'all have a trust relationship. But see, the thing is, you don't have credibility with the business. So what you have to do is you have to come together with your friend, with your trust friendship, and then move that up, that you edify your upline. Your upline will then throw down the credibility to your friend. See, it just works as a triangle. It's a beautiful thing. But you have to create that. Your prospect doesn't know your upline. Your prospect has a trust relationship with you and is willing to get on the call because of that. Also, realize your friend, if you are trying to prospect somebody that you don't know, y'all don't know each other, this credibility triangle is very, 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 very good. Okay? That's building the rapport. But also, if you're one of those people, realize, oh, my bad, let me back up. Realize when you're using the credibility triangle, your friends know you better than your upline knows you. And you know your upline better than your friend knows your upline. So realize this. If your friend knows that you're not good at making business decisions, you probably shouldn't try to explain the business to them. You should let your upline do that. That's where that credibility comes from. The only way you're going to get your friend to talk to your upline is if you edify them correctly. Okay? So, example of how to edify. I have Ambassador Richard Bischoff on the line with us. Richard is in the top 50 earners in Vemma. I told him all about you, and he's excited to hear from you. Your upline then brings the credibility to the call that you won't have, especially just starting out. That should make a lot of sense. Okay, dokie. So now we're going to move on to the home event. Home event. There's 5 M's. More meetings means more money. Punctuality. I have to work on that. I was late 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay. Products. You need product. You can't explain this opportunity and then people at the end of it like, well, can I try it? And you don't have no product. So you need product. And you have to be prepared. Do not get to don't have people come over at 7 o'clock. The home event's at 7:30. You don't have the Skype working. You don't know if the internet connection is good. You don't have music playing. You have to be prepared. Okay. That's more. It makes the home event very business-like. Moving on, you have to have enthusiasm. And my last one, me and James get on people all the time. Attention, attention, attention. Even if you've heard the home event or been a part of home event, I've been in Vemma for 10 months now. 10 months going on 11 months. I've been to so many home events. I can literally tell you exactly what Alex Morton, Brad Alcazin, Cody Barton, Josh Noble. I can tell you exactly what they say. But it doesn't matter. You have to have that attention. You have to have that enthusiasm. If you're having a crappy day, leave that crappy day at the door. When you walk into a home event, you have to have enthusiasm. As well as you have to pay attention. Don't be on your phone. Don't do none of that. Okay? Moving on with the home event. You have to create a culture. So if your culture is like, I don't know, dubstep, house music, whatever, get people comfortable. Create that culture. Show people around the house. Let them know where the restroom is. A lot of people may not know where your restroom is. Some people may not have even been in your house. So if your restroom is down the hall to the left, tell them it's down the hall to the left. Because they go down the hall and to the right, you could probably have a baby sleeping in that room. I'm just saying. Things happen. Have music playing in the background before and after the event. Which means you don't want nobody coming into the home event and then you got 10 people sitting around in a circle looking real suspect. It's not cool. Have music playing, Prepare snacks. I don't know. Have like cheese. People love cheese. I don't know. I just throwing it out there. Chips. Whatever you feel is a good snack, have snacks. And then socialize after the meeting, After you've already, you've done your clothes and everything like that. Don't be that one person. I don't know where you gotta go. But you can't stay here. Like, don't do that. Socialize with people, Have a good time. It all brings back to creating that culture. Okay? So moving on. The presentation. All right. The 5 stories you need to master. Your story, upline story, company story, industry story, economic story. The people that stand in front of the room make the most money. Okay. I've stand in front of the room a couple times. I'm not making that much money yet, but I will. But moving on. The key is practice, practice, practice. Record yourself. Start presenting. Do not wait. Do not wait. Do not wait until you're a higher rank to start doing presentations. Okay? You have to take the initiative. Because if you don't do it, guess what? No one else will. So, you have to understand and master these stories. Your story. You can't go up there and tell someone, not know your own story. Okay? Your upline story. The company story. The industry. A lot of people don't know the industry story. You should know that. And then economic, which means do your research. Just go on Google. It's very easy. Moving on, the close. I like the close. Close is fun. Follow up. What's your favorite part? How interested are you? What's holding you back from getting started right now? 3 really good questions. So now we're going to break down every single question. What's your favorite part? Money, time freedom, products, people? I don't know. I was talking to a girl the other day, and she was like, oh my God, I watched the video, and those people are really excited. So that was her favorite part. Hey, some people are like that. So this is after someone has gone through a one-on-one, three-way, home event, etc. Never ask, so what you think? I wouldn't even say that sentence. That sounds all bad. Always ask, what did you like best? Or, so what's your favorite part? Whatever the answer is the direction you take the conversation. Also, people are leaving in a hurry. You ask what's your favorite part. When you're booking the meeting, from that meeting, you can use that. Say, for instance, if they ask a question. Or they're talking about time freedom and they got to go. But next time y'all meet up, it better be 48 hours from when you had the home event. Say, for instance, they bring up time freedom. Have some things together that Vemma improved, and hey, you get time freedom with Vemma. I know such and such. He does this now. You know, Alex Morin, he gets out of PJs in his PJs. Like, whatever it is, you can use it for the next meeting, okay? So moving on. How interested are you? I like to use this. This is one of my favorite ones. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not interested at all, and 10 being ready to get started right now, where do you think you're at? If they're 1 to 4, ask them why their number is so low. If they're 5 to 9, always. That's great. But my job is to get you to a 10. If it's 10, perfect. Let's get you in the system, get product on its way, and get your website set up. Anything less than a 10, try to address what it is that's holding them back. So if someone says they're 9.5, you better ask how the hell they're going to get to a 10. Excuse me, French. Moving on. What's holding you back from getting started right now? This 1, 2, and 3 actually, they kind of run together. So you don't understand it. Answer what they don't understand. You don't believe it. Show them success stories. Get them on with your upline. Or just have your upline come over and talk to them if you're at a home event. You don't have time. Or you don't have money. If they say they don't have time or money, you have not brought enough value to them. You have not made this opportunity valuable enough to spend the time to spend their time or money. I don't know how I got tongue twisted with that. But that's very true. If they say I don't have the time or I don't have the money, see the end. What honestly how a close should make somebody feel is they don't care if they got to stay up late. They don't care if they got to throw $1 million. They are fearful for not doing this business. So you have to provide value, and that's backing all the way up to your invite. Okay? You have to be able to show people the value on which it can benefit them because it's no longer about you. It's about that person. Okay? So, follow up and close. I don't know why I'm going this way again. Why am I going this way? Oh, that's different stuff. Never mind. Back to what's their favorite. Money, time freedom, products, people. That is why it is important to find out what's their favorite part. So when you are overcoming skepticism, you kind of use it against them. Does that make sense? Do you think any of those things are holding you back? Overcoming objections. If the answer is yes, answer their question. Get them on the phone with an upline. Keep the process alive by setting up the next exposure to overcome the skepticism. If the answer is no, awesome. The next step for you is to get educated as possible. Let's get you in the system and get your website set up. Now you have some people on your team. The next step, educate. Educate is a key thing. I promise you it is. If you don't educate your people, your team will fall apart quicker than you put it together. So, education of the newest affiliate in Vemma. Tools, books, application. Your success or failure is 100% based upon your ability to comprehend and implement the information that's given to you. I like that. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Jim Rohn. I'm going to listen to that, man. You should too. Roadmap to success. Now, currently, I'm doing my roadmap to success. I should have done it about, I don't know, 10 months ago, but whatever. It works. 40-page workbook outlines everything you need to know to be successful in Vemma. Written down by the #1 income earners, Tom and Bethany Alcazar. Tom and Bethany Alcazar, #1 income earners, wrote that book. It would only be smart to get that book and give it to your new people in your business. Also, as well, is they have a Saturday morning fast start training call. Okay, 12 noon. Number is, you can see it. It's there with the passcode. Make sure you get on those calls every Saturday. If you can't, they have recordings of it. Okay? So moving on to books you need to read. Like, need to. Like, this isn't an option. GoPro is definitely #1. It's like the unofficial Bible of this business. And it also teaches all 7 steps you need to become a network marketing professional. Okay? A lot of people, when they get in network marketing, they're not professional. They're amateurs trying to appear professional. This will teach you how to be professional. It only makes sense, and what makes sense makes money. Get the book. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Now, this is the book I'm really trying to get my hands on. But it was written by Darren Hardy. Now, if you don't know who Darren Hardy is, he spoke to a lot of us at a convention in Vegas. Darren Hardy is a keynote speaker. Like I said, Vemma, conventions, he speaks at them. Pretty sure you should read his book. He has a lot of stuff that can really change your business, okay? And Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. Saki, my bad. I read that all wrong. So, he's also the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad series. This dude knows what he's talking about. If you haven't read Rich Dad Poor Dad, you need to get it. That's a wonderful book. So next, product knowledge. Okay. To know and not to do is not to know. It's a good quote. If you don't apply the information that you learn, then it's wasted knowledge. Knowledge is not knowledge until it's applied. It's also a great quote. Don't reinvent the wheel. That's why it's in bold. I'm going to say it again. Don't reinvent the wheel. We have made mistakes. We're here to help you avoid our mistakes and find success faster than we did. Me and James know this very true. Follow the system. Obviously, the system works because there's a lot of success stories off of the system alone. So follow that. Use the roadmap to success as your guide. And if you follow the system, you will find all of your answers that a new member needs to know. Okay? Follow that system, you'll be in the know. Being in the know is good. So, 3 types of people in this business. #1, says I got it. Goes out and does it on their own. Makes all the same mistakes those that came before them. They're repetitive business. Same questions, skepticism, etc. Friends say no. They get discouraged and quit. Which person you want to be? Like I said, we've made the mistakes. I don't want you to make those mistakes that we've made, okay? If you follow the system, you know the questions you know the answers to all the questions that your new members need. Moving on. #2, starts as #1 does. Says I got it. Makes the mistakes. Friend says no, but instead of discouraged, they get motivated. They become teachable and coachable, learn from those ways, and learn from those who have done it before, and then they go on to be very successful. Majority of Vemma are #2 leaders. I happen to be one of them. I know, sucks. But then you got the third one. They follow the system. They avoid every mistake, avoid all the road bumps. System. Save yourself some time, effort, and money. They're teachable and coachable from the start, very start. They have fast success. Car qualified in 30 days. Presidential in 12 months. Damn, that's quick. Probably like 1% of Vemma members ever started this way. But we all got better following the system. If you're with somebody that's a #3, you need to get them rolling like ASAP. So, the application of knowledge. To know and not to do is not to know. If you don't apply the information that you learn, then it's wasted knowledge. I'm pretty sure I said like half of these already. You can spend your entire life trying to learn everything before taking action, or you can learn by taking action. That's a really good quote. I'm about to put that on Facebook today. Learn by doing and applying. Okay? Learn by doing and applying. Your business will not grow if you think that you can sit back and absorb a lot of knowledge. Like I said, if you don't apply the information that you learned, then it's wasted knowledge. Don't let that knowledge be wasted. Apply it as you're going. You miss 100% of shots you don't take. That's just common sense. So many people aim, but they never fire. I had a joke for that, but I'm going to leave it alone. Instead of aiming, start taking shots, even if you miss. Michael Jordan missed over 9,000 shots, but it didn't stop him for playing. You know, everybody knows flu season. You know, everybody knows all those things that Michael Jordan accomplished. But that was because he wasn't scared to miss a shot. Shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, hit. It's very simple. You're not going to hit 100% of the time. But you have to keep on shooting in order to hit something. You can only succeed after repeated failure. Now, a lot of people, I'm sorry, I might have to cut on a tangent for a second, but a lot of people are so terrified of failure because they want to succeed from the jump. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen that way. But once you succeed, you will succeed more often. Because you gotta realize, once you fail so many times, and then you find success, you've already learned from all the failures before what not to do in order to be successful. Does that make sense? So stop aiming and start firing, okay? Motivation. I like some motivation. That's what I should be. I should be a motivational speaker. Be like E.T. Jr., just like 6'7", a lot skinnier with a beard. 3 key principles. Communication, social media, team accountability. If you do not stay plugged in with your organization, there will be little or no growth. Communicate with your team. Text, group text works. WhatsApp, haven't been using that. Skype, Uvu, training calls, phone calls, etc. Edify your team. Let them know when they are doing something right. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Follow the top leaders. They post things that will make your life easier. Okay? Alex, Brad, they're really good at that. Derek Alexander, really good at doing that. Team accountability. Uvu with your team and see if they met their daily goals. Have why circles. I saw a lot of these in Vegas when we were at convention. Have why circles. Okay? When you have why circles, everyone will learn each other's whys. Your downline becomes your why. Hold each other accountable. So when one person is slipping, remind them of their why. Okay? Now moving on to the duplication. Duplication. All right. 3 stages. Progression. Dependent, independent, dependent on. Dependent. In the beginning, you need to be as teachable and coachable as possible. Your upline is there to teach you literally everything they know. In the stage, you are dependent on. So you're depending on someone else. Your upline is there to help you talk to your prospects. Your upline also teaches you the basics of the business. As well as your upline answers all your questions. But you have to get on that like stage like ASAP. Like there's no playing around in that stage. You stay dependent long enough to know what you need to know so that you can become what? Independent. As independent, what? Oh, okay. So here are some of the qualifications to being an independent leader. You have to be able to do your own calls, speak at meetings, be proficient in the 7 basic skills: prospecting, inviting, presenting, following up, closing, getting newest member started, and promoting events. Able to understand and teach the conversation plan. Able to create an organized schedule of meetings and calls each week. Productive all the time and money-making activities, MMAs, okay? So you've moved from dependent to independent. Now 3, you're going to become dependent on, all right? To get to the dependable level, you need to be able to teach people how to teach. You need to know the basics so well that you can go through them without thinking. Like it has to be like second nature, like muscle memory. Like when you ride a bike, you just get on the bike and you start pedaling. You don't have to worry about your balance because you got it. It has to be so like fluent, like another language. And you have to be able to just do it and not even think about it. Like home events. I don't even think about home events anymore. It just comes like second nature. You also have to. You will be able to show people how to teach by showing them how you do it. Show them how you prospect, invite, present, follow up, close, get the newest members started, and promote events. That's when you'll be in the dependable stage. You want to get out of dependent as quick as possible. Become independent. And then once you start growing your team, be that person that is dependable and you're dependent on by your downline. Moving on. Being dependable means creating leaders. Would you rather be on a team of followers or a leader with a team of leaders? The goal is to get the newest members independent ASAP. More leaders equals more enrollment. More leaders also equals more retention. Duplication is something everyone should strive for. Do what duplicates, not what? Don't do what doesn't duplicate. Or I just say do what duplicates, not what works. Because what works doesn't always duplicate. Just saying. Moving on. 3 types of goals. You know you can achieve. You know you can achieve if everything goes well. You think they are unattainable. Go for this one. Dream big. Small dreams have no magic. Don't develop a goal on what you think you can do, but set it based on what you want. Okay? That's very powerful. Okay? Develop short-term versus long-term goals. Everybody's going to have long-term goals, but you have to have short-term goals to get you by while you're still waiting on your long-term goals to come to fruition. Understand that it will take... Oh, my bad. Understand what it will take to reach your goal. Everything, every aspect, all the way down to the periods and crossing T's and dotting your I's. Understand that so that you can achieve your goals. Know who in your business you will need to help you achieve that goal. Accountability partner. Take your eyes off yourself and focus on your team. That's literally the biggest part of this. You can't see me circling this, but I am circling this last one. Take your eyes off yourself and focus on your team. Once you focus on your team, your business will build immensely. Moving on. You need 3 things: commitment, consistency, and patience. You need to be patient with your progression and impatient with your goals. Who wrote that? That was beautiful. That was brought a tear to my eye. Okay? That's very serious. You need to be patient with your progression and impatient with your goals. It's really good. I like that a lot. So with that being said, training over. Let's make it happen. Rack them.
Anybody got questions?
Anybody got questions? No? Questions, anybody? Okay. Milton says it's good. What about you, Russ? So, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and